Okay, so when it comes to doing your back squats with a barbell, you have a couple of checks that you would want to do. I wouldn't say like a checklist, but you want to make sure that you have all the understanding of what you're going to do before you do it, because this bar alone weighs about 45 pounds. It's nothing really, but it's some load that you're going to be taking on the back. Also, we are doing what we're doing a high bar squat today, meaning that I'm going to put the bar a little higher on my back, closer to my traps. The other option is going to be if you want to put it on the low bar, which is going to be lower to your shoulder blades here. It's your preference. The only thing with the low bar, you kind of go forward a little bit more. With the higher bar, you tend to stay upright and less load on your back. Alright, so with that said, I've set up my bar. One of the things you want to make sure to do is when you're setting up your bar, that this here, the bar is at least chest height, because you have to get under that, right? And you don't want to have to tippy toe to get under it. So chest height is a good place to put these so that you are setting up yourself to lift it off. The next thing you want to do is make sure the bar is even, obviously. I have this little squat rack padding here. Because of my back injury and my scoliosis, I use this. And a lot of people use it too. It's just easier on the spine and when you have load on to give you that little support. So it's nice and even. So let's get now under the bar. We spoke about how the foot mechanics is going to be, what we're going to do with the hips. You're going to externally rotate, and also you're going to drive the knees out and slight push back. All of that is going to add up as we get further, but the next thing we want to do is actually get under the bar. I'm going to get under my bar, make sure that it's looking even. Going under. The mistake some people do is this: they lift up from here with one leg. I actually sometimes do that myself, but after like that's not the right way. So the right way of doing things would be getting under the bar, right? Make sure 2 feet is nice and stable, and I'm going to lift up. From here, I'm lifting up. So we know what to do to lift up the bar. What do we do with our hand? When I put my hand here, you're trying to not to get it as wide as. To me, it's about preference, but one of the things that's going to change your preference is the ability to engage your lats. Because this movement is a compound movement. Your whole body is working. And it's also a movement of carrying a heavy load. So the more stiffness you create in the core, and to be able to do the movement is best. Just as with the deadlift, the lats play an important part. You want to hold this bar and roll the shoulders down and push down that the lats is going in to create even further stiffness in that area for the thoracic spine. Right? So it looks like this. It's going to get under, it looks even. So from here, I'm going to pull down. So this now has created that stiffness in the lats and helping with my thoracic spine to not move much. I'm going now to lift up. I'm going to walk out. Good. And I'm now going to set myself up. I should not be forward like this. I should be nice and even, my head not jutting out too much either. From here, I'm going to make sure I'm going to get my hips nice and steady and firm by rotating outwards with the knee, just like this. And now I can make my squat. I'm going to go down. One of the things I want to do, is a lot of people do this every time they go down. It's almost like that. That puts a lot of pressure on the lumbar spine. You just want to slightly tilt, push the knees out, and go down, and you come back up. Right? So again, let's go down. And don't forget to breathe in. I'm going to take a breath in. I do not want to get my chest all big. I want to take that breath to get my thoracic or abdominal area tight. I'm going to brace. And now I'm going down. Coming back up, I'm going to release the air. Good? Let's walk back. Walking back, same thing. Drop in, and now you could come out to that. So that is going to be your checklist for doing your barbell back squat, high bar, low bar, whichever one. Right now I'm just going to get Millie to do this, and let's see how she does. Alright. Done, got the checklist for our bars, and now you can those checklists or tips to add to your back squat day or your leg day. Don't forget to subscribe, and guys, thank you so much for viewing. Leave your comments below, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.